Are you making over $1 million a year right now with your real estate business? I haven't made less than $1 million a year since I was 25. So I'm like, man, if I can do it way back in the early mid 90s, anybody can. So what does it take? It takes just doing things differently is all. Are you making over $1 million a year right now with your real estate business? Let me know in the chat if you are. You deserve recognition, okay? Because there's not very many of them out there compared to the number of real estate agents that exist. But you can do that in this business and a lot more. I haven't made less than $1 million a year since I was 25. I don't know. I lost count. So I'm like, man, if I can do it way back in the early mid 90s, anybody can. So what does it take? It takes just doing things differently is all. Plus, you got to want to do it. You got to understand, you got to want that. It's got to be something you push for. Okay. I'm always wondering how many of you are doing it already. Are you making over $1 million a year selling real estate? Let's say you're not doing it for the majority of you. Why not? Is it because you don't want to? You don't believe you can? Or you haven't aligned yourself with the right people to do it? So a lot of people think that they can be like, I was a Remax person and I learned I can't be at the Remax and make over $1 million a year selling real estate. I got to separate myself from these Remax guys. Okay. So even though I had my license there, it took work to basically talk to none of them and hang out with none of them because none of them were doing what I wanted to do. I think it's Jim Rohn that says you're the sum total of the 5 people you hang out with the most. Is that right? I think it's a quote from him. You expect the same things from your kids. You want to get them around people of good rapport and of great character and integrity. You'll go to great lengths to do that, won't you? What about taking that same thing, integrity, character, and of good rapport, but also apply a financial component to it? Do you ever think about that with your kids? So I did this with my kids intentionally. So once I got into the coaching world, I started introducing my kids to people that I was working with that made over $1 million a year. And I am confident that helped them become successful in their own right. So any parent can do these things, but will you do it for yourself? Because sometimes these things require change. It's a good question to answer. Why not? Why aren't you doing over $1 million a year? What's your reason for it? And you should make a note there. And think on that for a little bit. That's why I spend a good 5 or 10 minutes on that before moving fast through marketing and things like that. So anyway, is this for everybody? Well, if it was, I guess everybody would be doing it. Is it a little harder than, that? Well, I discovered that it was way easier selling 500 homes a year than it was to sell 50. That blows people's minds. They're selling 20, like almost hate life sometimes. And I'm like, I am telling you, it was way easier selling 500 homes than selling 50. I had all kinds of time on my hand looking for things to do, all right? Because it was a business, and a business is different than a job. So to get over $1 million, you're going to start getting into the business world. Okay, so you start to separate yourself from having a real estate agent job. Our exclusive plan and system that we're going to be running through today, leveraging for this Millionaire Agent Masterclass, equals $1 million in net revenue for every $3 million in gross, without you having to sell real estate, if you don't want to. What I realized personally, it's just Todd talking. What I realized a long time ago is that I could help a lot more people if I wasn't the one helping all the people. Learned that pretty early on, and then I got more addicted to helping more people. Okay, you guys can see what's going on. We're helping dozens today on a Millionaire Agent Masterclass, and I'm just basically sharing stuff and talking. So that's awesome. That's a great form of leverage. Doing a group meeting like this, you guys get it. But that's what our exclusive plan and system equals. You should take a look at making that plan and system yours. It's a mistake not to, which I know that I'm speaking to the choir right now because you guys are here to do just that. But I want you to soak that in real quick before I click to change the slide. What is $1 million in net revenue? Well, let me tell you, that's a lot more than $1 million in gross. And once you're paying taxes on $1 million, you're in a different universe. That's a whole different world. We created a plan and a system to do that, a complete financial model for broker owners, team leaders, and real estate agents to be able to pull that off. Okay? Because I did it, other people have done it that have used this same plan and system. So even if you fall short, you're still pretty much ahead than where you would have been if you didn't. So that's why we do it. Overshoot it. Okay, good. All right, so now most of you guys know me and my story. I'm not going to bore you with that today, but there's a few things that maybe you didn't know. According to this book written by these folks, the Best Agent Business, wrote this book called The $1 Billion Agent. I'm featured in that book. There were 3 big things in the book that they discovered when they were doing their research for it. One of them was that, according to them, I was the only real estate agent that they could find in the entire southeastern United States at that time that was spending over $100,000 a month on my business, to get business, marketing and all that kind of stuff. So over $100,000 a month. So that's over $1 million a year. Now, why is that important to you? Well, think that through. Let's say you spend $10,000 a month on marketing. This is a lot more than that, 10 times. So I'm going to have 10 times the the perspective than someone who spends $10,000 a month on their business to generate business. First of all, very few people have ever done such a thing. Spend 100 grand a month or more on their business trying to get business. Agreed? So I would be in a small group of people that have done that. So I'm not anything special. The money came in, we reinvested it and got more money. And that was it. Well, because I was spending a lot of money on marketing and advertising, I did this thing called split testing. Have you guys ever done any split testing in your business before? All right. So Trent, his father, I don't know if you guys know this, but Trent's dad is Tracy King. So I helped Tracy become a $10 million income earner. I was probably the #1 driver in their entire direct mail system that we're going to look at here in a little bit. Split testing. It will make you rich beyond your wildest dreams. Split testing. Okay, so we incorporated split testing into our coaching and our training and our business plan here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And I can assure you that is not a commonplace thing anywhere else in the industry. So I give an example of split testing. Selling a lot of houses, 500 homes a year, and RE/MAX comes to me and they're like, Todd, you got to promote RE/MAX. And I'm like, yeah, I've already done that and I'm not going to. And they're like, but you have to. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. Let me show you the results of it. So on some direct mail that I was sending out in Metro Atlanta to expired listings I just split test the RE/MAX balloon on the marketing. You guys tracking? So in other words, I took the controlled list of all the expired listings and I split it into 2/3 and 1/3. 2/3 got the control and 1/3 got the test. The test was no different than the control piece, except that it had the RE/MAX balloon on it, the same size as me. And the response rates from the test group were 300 to 500% less than when I didn't have the RE/MAX on it. So I showed this to the broker at the RE/MAX office. His name was Paul. And Paul says, you don't have to show me that. I already know. I already know that people aren't going to call you when you promote RE/MAX, And this is a RE/MAX broker of one of the top RE/MAX offices in Metro Atlanta at the time. So I'm like, not doing it, and I left. You guys got it? So in other words, I'm willing to do the things necessary to move my goals forward. Are you? That's a primary reason why we have Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty as the brand, because you don't get hurt by it when doing marketing and promotion and disclosures. It helps as an example. So, but you only learn those things through marketing and through high activity levels. So that's a really good takeaway that I thought that you guys might can read about that in that $1 Billion Agent book, although I don't recommend getting it. It's not a very good book. It's a bunch of interviews with $1 billion agents and people, and it's boring. Quite frankly, there's no real meat in there. I just gave you more probably than the book would. So anyway, but I thought that would be helpful. So that gives you some perspective in there of things that maybe you didn't think about. So let me know in the chat if you've ever done any split testing. Split test is you have a controlled list, okay, or controlled group, 2/3 get the control, 1/3 gets the test. I'm just curious if your company even talks about it and if that's part of your business plan and marketing systems. All right, so anyway, I'm the founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. That's a company that reverses risk for customers and real estate agents. So we're growing this thing. There's, just under 100 locations around the country in Canada. Our specialty is just increasing income per transaction, which leads to more transactions. We use risk reversal to be able to, as a center point for doing that. Very, very simple process and system that just the majority of people don't do. Call it USP marketing. How about that? So my mission, along with my team and everyone else here today, is to help you sell more homes and make more money without sacrificing or giving up your personal life to do it.